Hi Year 8, it's Miss Beebe here. I just wanted to say well done for your participation in the core beliefs and practices of Islam from last lesson. This week we're going to be moving on to the similarities and differences between Islam and Christianity. So, to get you thinking in the right frame of mind, I'd like you to take a look at this picture and tell me whether or not you can see any differences between the two pictures. And any differences that you can see between the two pictures, please can you add these as notes onto the worksheet that I provided for this lesson for you, right at the top of the worksheet. I'll give you a few minutes to complete that, so you can pause the video here and then we'll move on to the next task. Okay, so by the end of today's lesson, what I would like is for you to be able to describe the similarities and differences between Christianity and Islam. I'd like you to be able to explain the similarities and differences between Christianity and Islam. And for any superstars out there, I'd like you to be able to evaluate how significant the differences between Christianity and Islam are. So, using your mobile phones, I would like you to scan the QR codes that you see on the following 4 slides. When you open up the website that comes from the code, you will be taken to some facts about either Islam, Christianity, or the similarities and differences between them. Now, when you've got to that website page, I want you to summarise the key fact that you're being told about in a sentence under numbers 1 to 12 for each of 1 to 12 of the QR codes. So, for example, I'm scanning the first QR code right now, and it's taken me to the BBC GCSE website, and the title is Allah as One God, Tawhid, which is spelled Tawhid. Now, the key fact on this page is the idea that the belief in the oneness and unity of Allah as expressed in the first of the 5 pillars of Islam. Belief in the oneness or unity of Allah is an essential aspect of Islam. So this is a fact about Islam, and what I'd like you to do is summarise that fact in a sentence under number 1. So you could put Tawhid, the belief in the oneness and unity of Allah, the Islam God. So, I'd like you to repeat that process for each of the 12 QR codes that you will see on the following 4 slides. So you can pause the video wherever you like to help you with that process. So this slide contains QR codes 3 and 4 for you to follow. And here are QR codes 5 and 6. Here are QR codes 7 and 8. Here are QR codes 9 and 10. And here are QR codes 11 and 12. Okay folks, for this part of the activity, you'll need to know how a Venn diagram works. So, a Venn diagram is made up of 2 circles, just like here. And in one circle, you put facts or information that's true of one group, and in the other circle, you put facts about another group. The bit in the middle symbolises the facts which apply to both groups, okay? So in this case, what I'd like you to do is for the numbers 1 to 12, which represent the facts about Islam or Christianity or the similarities between them, I would like you to place each number in the relevant part of the diagram. So for example, the first fact we went through together was about Tawhid, which is the belief in the oneness of Allah, of God. Now, Christians do refer to the oneness of God too. They may not refer to Tawhid, but they both believe in the oneness of God. So you would put number 1 in the middle because this is a fact which is true of both Islam and Christianity. So, for the remaining numbers 2 to 12, I would like you to put that number in the relevant circle. Remember that you won't be able to fit in the sentences themselves. All you need to do is put the numbers in. So pause the video now and that will help you to complete the task. Okay, well done so far folks, you've done a great job. What I'd like you to do now is take a look at this poll, which is like a survey. The survey was asked of Americans, and they were asked to respond to the statement, Muslims and Christians worship the same God. Now, 46% of people asked agreed with the statement, 47% of the people asked disagreed with the statement, and then the remaining 8% of people were not sure whether they thought that the Muslims and Christians do worship the same God. I would like you to think about who you agree with and why. To be able to share this with the class, what I'd like you to do is follow the link, which is just here, so you can just click on it, and it will bring up a Padlet page. Now on this page, you can see a little pencil in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. All you need to do is click on that pencil, and then a little notepad will come up where you can type your answer. And if you're feeling superstar material today, you can actually like other people's comments who you agree with by clicking on the little love heart in the bottom corner of their comment. So, please remember that we will only be accepting appropriate comments on this Padlet. So, the condition of you joining in with this activity is you do not put anything inappropriate, otherwise we will have to remove the Padlet from these live lessons. So, you can pause the video now and complete that part of the task. Okay folks, so for the final activity, what I'd like you to do is work out whether you agree or disagree with the following statements. And the way that I want you to show me that is by writing for each statement numbers 1 to 3, the number on the right part of the scale. So either at one end you'll be agreeing with the statement, or at the other end of the scale you'll be disagreeing with it. I've created a text box on top of this diagram so that you can add the number to the relevant place, or you can draw an arrow from the statements underneath the diagram and point to the right part of the scale for you to indicate what your opinion is. So, the first statement is Muslims and Christians are the same thing. The second statement is the biggest difference between Muslims and Christians is people's attitudes to them. And the third statement is Islam is nothing like Christianity. So you work out what your opinion is and you will be able to add this to the scale. Please either send a photo of your finished worksheet for me or a copy of your worksheet and submit it to the submission area called Year 8, What are the similarities and differences between Christianity and Islam? So you'll have till the end of Friday to complete this task. And thank you very much for your attention today, folks. I look forward to next lesson with you.